Hello everyone and welcome back to Story Studios, and this is another Q&ASIAN video episode 15. If you're new to the channel and don't know what Q&ASIAN videos are, this is my Ask segment, Get It Q&ASIAN, and this is episode 15 of it where I answer your questions in the comment section below. Also, I'd like to apologize for the lack of content this past week. Spring break is over, so we're getting back into the busyness of grad school, and there's opera this week and orchestra rehearsals and lessons and all this stuff. So it's just been it's been very busy. I have don't worry, there's cool videos coming, trust me. I have 10 videos in the work, and when I say in the work, I mean some of them are built and some of them are bought and some of them are just marinating in here, figuring out what the video will be. That being said, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ask any questions down in the comment section below for a chance for me to answer them on my possibly weekly segments. Let's just get into it. Jenny Craig says, hashtag Q&ASIAN, do you think they will make more original trilogy sets, and if so, which one would you choose? So, I mean, LEGO's always going to make more original trilogy sets. I know that it seems that they aren't making as many as they used to, and that's just because of the huge content of Star Wars coming out from Disney, such as all the TV shows and movies, etc., and all that stuff. And also the resurgence of Clone Wars stuff. I think LEGO's finally starting to catch on that the people who grew up on Clone Wars finally have jobs and money now, and that they will pay money for these Clone Wars sets. And so original trilogy sets, as far as them being released, yes, they have gone down in production of how many we are getting, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. This year we're still getting an X-Wing and TIE Fighter thing, and then we're getting that Death Star playset. That might be it. I don't know. There's probably more. I guess a C-3PO buildable figure. I don't know if you want to count that as original trilogy. If you want to ask me what I would want next for an original trilogy set, I would love either. I want a remake of the Super Star Destroyer, that UCS set. I mean, that. I think that came out in 2011, 2012, something like that. And so I'd like another chance of getting that UCS set. That would be really cool. I would also like to see an Endor bunker, sort of in a Master Builder series version. I mean, they haven't really done one of those in a while, though. So, I'm kind of, maybe LEGO's stopped doing that. I know LEGO probably isn't going to do this. I would personally like a Home One ship. I have the Home One, I guess, the cruiser bridge that LEGO came out with for that anniversary in 2009, I think it was. But, we haven't gotten really, an actual Rebel ship. We've gotten a Tantive 4, we've gotten a Nebulon B, I guess, midi scale, but that's really it as far as Rebel ships. No GR-75 transport, no Profundity, no Home One, Moncal, gunboats, any of that. So it would be nice. Marcus Bryce 125 says, I'm sorry but how do you put Omega, Rose, Holdo, and Jar Jar on this list but not Pong Krell? So I wanted to just address this because I've been doing a lot of polls recently, trying to do them daily. They've actually been doing pretty well, so thank you all for participating in that. I think it's fun to put them out. I think it's fun to see what my subscribers and people are what their opinions are. I got over 7,000 votes on one, which is the highest I've ever done, which is great. But I did a poll recently on the least favorite character in Star Wars, and it was Omega, Rose, Holdo, and Jar Jar. And there's been a lot of comments actually about well, where's Pong Krell? What about Pong Krell? This is my rationale, so hear me out. Pong Krell, okay. Do I like him? No, because he's written into the story as a jerk. He's supposed to be a bad guy, he's supposed to be a villain, he's supposed to be an a-hole, to be completely honest. He's supposed to be someone that you don't like. And because you end up not liking him, that's how you know the character works well, that they wrote it well. Dave Filoni, created him very, he's a good character in the sense that he does his job, what he's meant to do. And the voice actor did great, expressing, sort of this stuck up, I guess, figure who is just, he's just a jerk. But, that the show is trying to make him a jerk. And so the fact that you end up not liking him means that he's a good character, because that's the purpose of Pong Krell, is to be the bad guy. The reason why he's not my least favorite character, and the reason why I didn't think of him, I guess, off the top of my head, is because I think he's written so well into the story that he actually is a character that I like. Not I side with or agree with, but I like him as a villain, sort of like Palpatine. I don't agree with Palpatine and what Palpatine does, because he like killed all the Jedi, you know, like he created all this mess. But I like him as a character because he's a good villain. So there you go. Why is Omega, Rose, Holder, and Jar Jar on this list? Jar Jar, just because sometimes I just don't understand like where he is. Like, is he comedic relief? Is he just for children? Is he to bring variety to the group? Is he for the one-liners? Is he for like plot stuff? You know, like that's how they meet Sebulba, I guess. Like in that one scene, because Jar Jar's like licking everything. So like I don't know, like is he literally just for dumb plot? And then you add him to the Clone Wars, and so it's like I don't want to see Jar Jar like tonning a princess. Like, no, thank you. Holdo, literally just awful leader, really pissed me off. And here's the thing: they did like she wasn't supposed to be an awful leader. Like, she was supposed to be like a character that people liked, you know, that was brave and like sacrificed herself for the rebellion. I could get into the whole semantics of like why the Holder maneuver doesn't work, and if it does work, how that kind of like just it's kind of an insult to the past Star Wars battles. I don't need to get into it. I've ranted about The Last Jedi so much, so I don't need my blood pressure going up tonight. Main point is they weren't supposed to write like the whole point of her wasn't for her to be annoying or like just a bad leader. They wanted her to be a good leader. She turned out to be a bad leader. It just like it makes that's why she's a bad character. Okay, Rose. Once again, I think they wrote her in to be friends with Finn, to be another like person, I guess, in the mix of the main people. Honestly, you know, Finn and Rey's chemistry way better. 100%. I would have loved to have seen them like do stuff together in that movie, but Rey had to go on her own journey, so they had to find someone else for Finn to be with, which like I don't know, could have been like Poe, but I guess you know they had to. I don't know. I guess they had to add someone in. Who cares? Rose is just I don't know, like her stopping Finn from sacrificing himself. I thought that was gonna be like a ballsy move on Disney. I was like, dang, that is a like I'm like Finn's about to sacrifice himself. That's sick. And she stops, and then she kisses him, which was like super weird. Like I wasn't feeling any of that vibe. And then the cannon shot, and they were building up to be like, oh my gosh, the cannon's gonna destroy the base, and just like cracked it a little. It was just, that entire movie just had so many plot holes, and Rose and Holdo were just they just added in. So there we go. Omega is okay. So I'm not hating on anyone who likes Omega because I have a lot of friends who like Omega, and that's fine. Like I could care less. The reason why I don't really like Omega, and I thought I would put her on this list just to see. I mean, the reason why I put her on this list was really to see how many people didn't like her, how many people liked her. It wasn't because I thought she's like, out of all the characters in Star Wars, she's like the fourth least favorite character. It was just more just curiosity on my part. But the reason why I personally don't like Omega is because literally when I'm watching The Bad Batch, I feel like I'm watching Dora the Explorer, the way that she talks. It's like, we need to find a way out of here. Do you see a way out? Or like Crosser would be like, Omega, we need to go. And she's like, no, we have to save Betcha. We have to save him. It's just like, oh my gosh, she's that character. She's that plot device that like video gamers use to prevent you from moving on with the story, with the campaign, and needing you to do like a side quest or something. Like it's like I want to leave this area of the game. I want to move on to level whatever, and I'm trying to like leave, and like whenever I click on leave, Omega's character, the NPC, is just saying, "But we have to save Betcha." And I'm like, I don't care about Betcha. I just want like, okay. First off, Omega, I don't think you understand. If Omega and Crosshair did not have plot armor, the logical thing to do, the right thing to do, I would even argue, is for both of them to leave without Badger. Joe Clone 2001 asks, my question is, do you know a website or anything that can make instructions for already built alt builds? Because I'm an idiot and forgot to record when I alt build, crying emoji, laughing emoji. I do not. Actually, you know, I need to I need to start making PDF instructions for my alternate builds instead of videos. Now, the reason why I've been doing videos instead of like PDF instructions is because one, the videos make more sense to me. They are faster for me. Like I've never made PDF instructions, so like that's just going to be like a learning curve, whatever. Like I just need to be able to do it. It's fine, I'll learn. The other thing is that if I do PDF instructions, I'm probably going to like sell them for $1. And if I do videos, like I can just make that free. Like, you know, I mean, I guess technically I can make the PDF instructions free, but if I go to all that time making PDF instructions, I'm probably gonna charge like $1 for each of them. I mean, like that's just the reality of it. Like, I mean, yeah, so as far as I'm making alternate builds and just showing how they're built, I like making videos because they're free for you. So, and I make money off of people watching those videos and the ads on those videos. So if I don't make those videos and I switch to PDF instructions, I'm gonna have to like charge people somehow. And I guess I would rather get money from YouTube versus taking money from you who are probably broke and you know you guys don't need to pay me, like YouTube's paying me, so there. But as far as like you build an alternate build, you don't record yourself because I don't record myself all the time building alternate builds. What I like to do once I have it like built, I take it apart in like really big chunks and then I break it down from there, which is easier for me to, I guess, see. So, you know, you can make instructions from that, you know, sort of like building them in chunks, like a Lego set, literally, and then put the chunks together at the end, and there you go. Logan Lee 1796 says, any chance of making a CIS fleet if you haven't made one already? So this was on my Republic Fleet video. I have not made a CIS fleet. If I make a CIS fleet, it will probably be MIDI scale for right now, because I don't have the time or the resources, I think, to make a large scale CIS fleet. Because I mean, like the Republic fleet, that was, I mean, the UCS Venator is a set. I didn't have to, I just had to build it, you know. And then the Acclamator, that was the hardest part. The rest of the ships are like very small, you know, I could figure it out. If I were to do, I guess, if I were to build from scratch, like a mock of the, I don't know, the Invisible Hand or something, A, that would be huge. B, the ships that would accompany it would also be pretty big, like the Munificent and the, wow, it's been so long since I've even said the Recusant class or the Looser Hulk, like all these ships, they would just be like, if that would be like a month, like a 3-month long project, which I don't have time for right now. Maybe in the future, maybe one day, we'll get there. Squeakable asks, when you take apart a set, do you add all the parts individually to your collection or keep the unique pieces separate? So I don't know if you can see, I guess, well, probably not. I'll show a clip in the video, but this is like my setup for organizing my Lego. And as you can see, there are some cases where I have drawers for just one type of piece. Other cases it's one type of piece, any color. Another case is like similar pieces. So it really depends. I mean, the unique pieces are going to be separate, yes, because like I probably don't have a drawer. I don't want to dedicate a whole drawer to them. So I have like these fish tubs here. I have bags over here. It kind of goes from the things in the drawers are what I use the most. The fish tubs are sort of like second of what I use the most, slash smaller things that I don't need to fill a whole drawer with. And then the third is like in this bin I have a lot of like pieces organized in plastic bags. Those are the pieces that are like more unique. And then lastly I have like, I guess, a miscellaneous parts bin right here for just random pieces that will be, they're just like super unique. So I do have like a organization sorting process and you know, system here. And so when it comes to unique pieces, it really depends. Like if I can fit it in a category, I'll put it with them. If I can't, then it'll just go in the miscellaneous bin. Alpha Raptor asks, where did you get that hairpiece for Gree? And they're referring to Captain Gree, the Phase 1 Captain Gree minifigure from my Lego mock Cloak of Darkness. So that's a great question. I actually, fun fact, actually now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know whose hair I stole this from, but it was Han Solo's hair, you know, the brown hair from like the 2000s time. I took that hairpiece, and then I took like a nail, what are they called? Nail, it's not sander, nail file, a nail file, and I just like filed away at this hairpiece to try to get that look, and that literally took so long. Like there would be days where I would set aside like a couple hours, just like painstakingly doing this with the nail file against the hairpiece, and just like doing it, like blowing the plastic, the shards away, and just continuing to do it, making sure that I got it perfect and didn't like cut through the Lego hair so it didn't snap and all that stuff. It was very like, oh my gosh, so much time just to do that small detail. But yeah, that was I made it myself, and yeah, go check out that video. Ben Kenobi 6813. This is the final question. Hashtag Q&ASIAN. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Do I have to answer this? Do I have to answer? A fish. I'm contractually obligated to do that, actually. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching Q&ASIAN episode 15. Once again, have any questions, comment them down below. You can do the hashtag Q&ASIAN. It helps me find the comments faster when I'm searching for them in the comments in my YouTube studio. And yeah, stay tuned, as I said, for the future content that will be coming out. I mean, I'm going to be honest, content will be slow for the next probably 2 weeks, because opera is still 2 more weeks, and we have like four performances, 2 dress rehearsals, a Sitzprobe. Holy Week is this week. Oh, happy Holy Week, by the way. Happy Easter and all that stuff. And I'm playing for that too, so I have a gig, and then so it's just like there's so much happening right now. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break, but yeah, maybe I'll be able to get out 1 video this week. It really depends. So that being said, hope you all have a fantastic week. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.